Hi, so you want to understand the project management basics? Then this video is for you, especially for those who are either new in project management, transitioning into the field of project management, or wish to get into the project management. So please watch this video till the end, as we will be using a lot of terms in this video which are often used during project management discussions and interviews. I have divided this video into 5 sections: definition of project management, 3 pillars of project management lifecycle, project management methodologies, and lastly, we will quickly review without going into details some project management tools. So stay attentive and let's get started. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Amit, and in this channel, we talk all about project management, productivity, and leadership. So if you are a young or an experienced professional, consider subscribing for more practical and actionable tips. Now let's get back to our topic. Let's first understand what is project management. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools to project activities to meet project requirements. It involves initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing a project effectively and efficiently. Now let's talk about some of the key elements and related terms which are used in project management. Every project stands on 3 pillars, which is typically the fundamental aspects or dimensions that are essential for the successful execution of the project. These 3 pillars are scope, time, and cost, and are interrelated to each other. And it's not possible to impact one pillar without impacting the other one. For example, if scope is increased or reduced, it will impact the time and the cost of the project, and vice versa. Now let's first talk about scope. For any project, big or small, the very first thing is defining the project scope. This implies defining the boundaries of the project. It defines what needs to be accomplished to achieve the project goals. Scope management is essential so that all stakeholders are aligned regarding project expectations and outcomes. Activities under scope management includes creating a scope statement, writing business requirement documentation, which is also called BRDs, technical specification document can also be known as TSD or TDDs, obtaining stakeholders' approval for those documents, monitoring scope changes, implementing change control process, and ensuring that deliverables conform to agreed upon specifications. There is a term which is often used in project management, and it's called scope creep. And it's used when the project tends to go outside the defined boundaries of project scope without proper authorization. It typically occurs when new features, requirements, or deliverables are added to the project after the initial planning stages. Next is time. Here I am referring to scheduling and timely completion of project activities, milestones, and overall project objectives. It is a critical aspect of a project because projects are usually constrained by deadlines and specific timelines. So how do you define the project schedule or project timeline? For this, you work on a set of activities before reaching on a set plan and can define when the project can be completed, and the working model is handled back to the client. I have created a detailed video, link of which is coming on top of the screen, where you can learn how to create a project timeline and Gantt charts. I'm also providing a link of the video in the description given below so you can check it later. However, the steps required for creating a plan are: first, defining the project activities. Based on the confirmed project scope, identify all the tasks and activities required to complete the project. Use a work breakdown structure to break the project down into manageable components. Next, determine the order in which tasks need to be performed. Identify dependencies between tasks, that is, which task needs to be completed before others can start. After this, along with each task, estimate the time required to complete those tasks. There are several mechanisms which you can use to providing the estimation on these tasks, like using historical data, expert judgment, and estimation techniques like the PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique, which is similar to 3-point estimation with some additional weightage to the most likely estimate. Then develop the schedule. Use scheduling tools like Microsoft Project to create the schedule, input the task sequences, dependencies, and duration to generate the timeline. Then assign the resources. After that, allocate resources, team members, equipment, materials to each task, whatever the project task requires. While assigning resources, you need to ensure that resources are available when needed and adjust the schedules as necessary depending on the resource constraints. Once the tasks are ready with the estimation resources, identify and set key milestones to track progress and ensure critical phases of the project are completed on time. Once the plan is fully prepared, make sure you have reviewed and validated it again. This is to make sure you are not missing anything and all dependencies are put in place. Once the plan is ready and confirmed with all stakeholders and the project is in progress, make sure to continuously monitor progress against the schedule. Use tools like earned value management to track performance and make adjustments as necessary to stay on track. Time management is crucial in project management as it ensures deadlines are met, resources are efficiently used, productivity is increased, risks are mitigated, and project quality is maintained. Great, now let's talk about cost management. Creating a cost management plan involves several steps to ensure that project costs are estimated, budgeted, and controlled effectively. After all, money rules everything, and it's project manager's job to make sure that the project is delivered in the estimated budget and shouldn't go over. So how exactly do you do the project budget calculation? There are several methods for doing it, like analogous estimation, parametric estimation, bottom-up estimation, etc. However, the simplest ways of estimating the budget is by identifying all tasks required to be done. Who will be involved for those tasks, teams per day or per hour cost, and how much time will they be required in the project. Also identify all project costs, including direct and indirect costs, for estimating the budget. For example, I have a project in which I need several resources like project manager, business analyst, technical architect, team lead, 2 developers, and a quality analyst. Then list down the per day cost for each role. After that, list down all the tasks required to be done to complete the project. Please note that this is just an example and not an actual task list to complete the project. Once it's done, input the time required by each resource for every task listed. This will give you a cost estimation for that particular project. Also, don't forget to identify and add all project costs, including direct and indirect costs, project buffers, etc. to the total cost of the project. There are typically 3 types of buffers or reserves that may be added to account for uncertainties and risk. Number 1 is contingency reserve. This buffer is included in the project budget to cover identified risks. Identified risks are the known but uncertain in terms of their occurrence or impact. Say for example, you are creating an application which requires a third-party API integration. Now, if you face any issue in the integration which may likely take more time from what you have estimated, then for these types of issues which comes in the category of known risk, and you should predetermine these risks in your risk register, we will allocate a contingency reserve of 10% of the total development budget to cover any additional resources or time needed to address these issues if and when they arise. Number 2 is management reserve, also known as a discretionary reserve. This buffer is an amount set aside to cover unforeseen risks or changes in project scope that were not identified during initial planning. Management reserves are under the sole control of the project manager or senior management and are not typically allocated to a specific identified risk. You can set aside 5% of the overall project budget, or as per your management decides, to handle unforeseen changes in requirements from stakeholders or unexpected technological challenges that were not identified during initial planning. And the third type of reserve is padding. Padding refers to additional funds that are added to specific budget estimates to provide a cushion against uncertainties or to ensure that estimates are not overly optimistic. It is often used cautiously as it can inflate the budget unnecessarily if not justified by risks or uncertainties. Let's understand this using an example. So during estimation, the team adds a 15% padding to their initial budget estimates for software development tasks. This padding accounts for potential underestimation of effort, unforeseen complexities in coding, or delays in acquiring necessary hardware or software licenses. It ensures that the budget remains realistic, and it also minimizes the risk of budget overruns due to underestimated tasks. Understanding and applying these 3 pillars of project management, scope, time, and cost management, are crucial for delivering successful projects. Now it's time to think and reflect if you have understood the concepts. In case you have any questions or doubts, then please do let me know in the comment section below. And now let's move on to the next section, which is the project management lifecycle. A project management lifecycle, also known as project lifecycle, refers to a series of phases that a project passes through from its initiation to its closure. It provides a structured approach for managing the project, ensuring it is planned, executed, monitored, controlled, and closed in an organized manner. The lifecycle helps project managers and teams effectively navigate the complexities of projects and achieve successful outcomes within constraints such as scope, time, and cost. Let's look into the typical 5 phases of project management lifecycle. Initiation is the first phase of the project management lifecycle, where the project is defined and authorized. It involves identifying the project's purpose, goals, scope, stakeholders, and initial feasibility analysis. Imagine a software development company initiating a new project to develop a mobile app for a client. During initiation, the project manager and team gather requirements, define project objectives, and conduct a preliminary assessment of resources and potential risk. The outputs from this phase is project charter, initial project scope statement, and high-level project plan. Planning is the phase where detailed project plans are created to guide execution. It includes defining project scope, objectives, tasks, schedules, resources, budgets, and quality criteria. In the planning phase, the project manager creates a project charter, develops a work breakdown structure, and creates a project schedule using tools like Gantt charts. They also establish a risk management plan and outline communication strategies. The outputs from this phase are detailed project plan, work breakdown structure, project schedule, resource allocation plan, risk management plan, and communication plan. Execution is the phase where project activities are performed according to the project plan. It involves coordinating people and resources, managing tasks, and delivering project deliverables. During execution, the project manager oversees the team work, monitors progress, resolves issues, and ensures that tasks are completed as per the schedule and as per the quality standards defined in the planning phase. The outputs from this phase are completed project deliverables, progress reports, and updates to stakeholders. Then comes monitoring and controlling. Monitoring and controlling involves tracking, reviewing, and regulating the progress and performance of the project. It ensures that project objectives are achieved by identifying deviations from the plan and taking corrective actions. In this phase, the project manager uses KPIs, status reports, and regular meetings to monitor project performance. They compare actual progress against the baseline plan, analyze variance, and implement corrective actions to keep the project on track. Outputs from this phase include status reports, change requests, corrective action plans, and updates to project documentation. Closure is the final phase of the project management lifecycle, where the project is formally completed and delivered to stakeholders and closed out. It involves finalizing all project activities, conducting post-project reviews, and documenting lessons learned. During closure, the project manager ensures that all deliverables have been accepted, conducts a final project review with stakeholders, close out contracts, releases resources, and archive project documentation. They also celebrate team achievements and capture lessons learned for future projects. The outputs from this phase are formal project closure documentation, lessons learned report, and a celebration of project achievements. Now, if you are a PMP aspirant, I would also recommend you to check this video, which will explain you in detail 12 key principles of project management. Link of this video is provided in the comment section below. Alright, so now let's understand the project management methodologies and frameworks that guide how projects are planned, executed, and managed. Understanding these methodologies can help you choose the right approach for your project. Very first and the most common one of all is the waterfall methodology. The waterfall methodology is a sequential, linear approach to project management where progress flows steadily downwards like a waterfall through the defined phases. Each phase must be completed before moving on to the next phase. Software development projects with clear and stable requirements often benefit from waterfall. Next is Agile methodology. Agile is an iterative approach to project management and software development that emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and incremental delivery of product features. Developing a new software product with evolving customer requirements that may change throughout the project. Agile frameworks like Scrum and Kanban enable teams to deliver work in small, manageable increments, gather feedback from stakeholders, and adapt to changes quickly. And what is Scrum? Scrum is a specific Agile framework that structures work in short iterations called sprints. It emphasizes teamwork, accountability, and continuous improvement. A Scrum team holds daily stand-up meetings to discuss progress, uses a backlog to prioritize tasks, and conducts sprint planning, review, and retrospective meetings to continually refine and improve their processes. Next is Kanban. Kanban is a visual agile methodology focused on continuous delivery and flow. It uses a Kanban board to visualize work, limit work in progress, and maximizes efficiency. A Kanban board categorizes tasks into columns like to do, in progress, and done, allowing teams to see their workflow status at a glance, identify bottlenecks, and adjust priorities based on real-time demands. Then comes the lean project management. Lean project management focuses on maximizing value while minimizing waste. It emphasizes continuous improvement, reducing unnecessary steps, and delivering customer value efficiently. Applying lean principles such as value stream mapping, just-in-time delivery, and Kaizen to optimize project workflows and deliver high-quality results with minimal resources. Understanding these project management methodologies like Waterfall, Agile, Scrum, Kanban, and Lean provides you with a toolbox of approaches to tailor to your project needs. Also, I suggest understanding all these methodologies in details if you are planning to get into the field of project management. If you wish to create a plan for how to get into the project management, please check the link which is coming on top of the screen, and I will also provide the link in the comment section below. There are hundreds of tools available in the market which project managers use based on the needs and requirements. If you are interested in understanding the project manager's role further, then please check the video, link of which is coming on top of the screen, and I will also provide it in the comment section below. So as I mentioned, there are hundreds of tools available in the market. However, for today, let's just focus on the most famous ones and the ones I have been using or used in the past. First, let's talk about some task and project planning tools. Use Trello to visualize your task with Kanban boards, which is perfect for managing projects in a visual and organized way. Use Asana to plan and track your team's work with tasks, projects, and deadlines all in one place, promoting collaboration and transparency. Jira is one of the most important tools for managing software development projects with issue tracking, agile planning, and seamless integration with development tools. Use monday.com to customize your workflows and collaborate with your team in a visually appealing interface, ideal for project tracking and task management. Now let's look into some Gantt chart tools. Use Microsoft Project to plan projects, track progress, and manage resources with comprehensive Gantt charts and scheduling capabilities. Use Smartsheet to collaboratively manage and automate work with flexible Gantt charts, perfect for planning, tracking, and managing projects. Now let's look into some communication and collaboration tools. Slack can be used to foster team communication with real-time messaging, file sharing, and integrations, keeping everyone connected and informed. Microsoft Teams is also used globally for collaborating seamlessly with chat, meetings, file sharing, and integrated Office 365 apps, ensuring team productivity and communication. You may also require to use some time tracking and productivity tools. Use Clockify to track time spent on projects and tasks effortlessly, analyze productivity, and generate insightful reports to improve project efficiency. You can also use Toggle to simplify time tracking with powerful reporting and team management features, helping teams stay productive and focused on their task. Now let's talk about some document management and file sharing tools. Google Drive is a place where you can store, share, and collaborate on documents, spreadsheets, and presentations in real time, enhancing team collaboration and document management. Dropbox is also used to securely store and share files, collaborate on documents, and sync content across devices, improving team productivity and project efficiency. Some teams also use Box, which can be used for managing and sharing content securely, streamline workflow automation, and collaborate with teams internally and externally, ensuring seamless project document management. Choosing the right project management tools can significantly improve your team's productivity and project success. Whether you are managing tasks, tracking time, fostering collaboration, or planning projects, these tools provide the functionalities you need to streamline workflows and achieve goals efficiently. So I guess we have discussed and learned a lot of things in today's video. Understanding these project management basics is essential for anyone involved in managing or participating in projects, whether you are a project manager, team member, or stakeholder. Applying these concepts will contribute to successful project outcomes. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might be interested in project management. And remember, if you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, leave a comment below. Thank you and see you in the next video.